versus Wyatt Reeves, sophomore from Southern, 0-11. Duvall had to sit out half the season last year because he transferred from CVCA. He's been on a pretty good mission this year to go for his first state title. Duvall comes wearing gray singlet with the green.
Fall over there, 152.
The ball takes him down right to his back.
Walsh from Chippewa won over there at 152. We're going to lose the match.
The ball, fast pin, 15 seconds, ends the match. Moves on. These are going fast here.
Yeah.
But you're
on mat number 160-pound quarterfinals, Justin McLean, Western Reserve, Jacob Starkey, South Range,
mat number 1, Justin McLean, Western Reserve, 5-5, junior versus Jacob Starkey, sophomore from South Range, 32-5. Starkey, I believe, is ranked 12th in the state.
On deck, Alex Banks, Rootstown.
Starkey will probably be the kid that the ball beat in the final.
Yeah, that should be a great match. That should be the afternoon match tonight.
Over here, Starkey's already won by fall.
Starkey pinned already? No, Starkey's over here. Starkey's on mat 1.
Okay, that was the 52.
That was Vicky versus May.
52 Malley.
Starkey takes him down, puts him in a cradle, roll through cradle, puts him on his back. Gets no points.
No, you're good, man.
I just got to get these
fast
first round in there so we know who's wrestling.
They won on mat 3.
Crestview pinned over there. Mat 3. Mat number 2, we have Alex Banks, senior, 27-8, returning state qualifier versus Connor Williams, Western Reserve, 8-18. Banks being number 1 seed. Starkey just pinned.
Starkey was by fall.
Ryan Morris, Southern. Logan Cunningham, Wellsville.
I already had him wrote down.
Southern and Wellsville.
Right there.
On mat number 1, 170-pound quarterfinal, Tucker Kiko, United, Aaron Dotson.
Mat number 9, we have number 3 seed Tucker Kiko, a sophomore from United, 18-11, versus Aaron Dotson, senior from David Addison, 10-2. Alex Banks on mat number 2, pins, 10 seconds.
Who did?
Moves on, Alex Banks.
Banks, wow. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the bracket finished. We're already in
going
the
at a blistering pace here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't look
This
at
is
them.
this is a pretty watered down sectional, as everybody can see.
Yeah, it is. Other than the finals.
Yeah, finals we got some good matches.
Mason Greathouse, Crestview, Logan Cormel, South Range.
Mat number 2, we have Mason Greathouse, sophomore from Crestview, 8-6 record against Logan Cormel, junior from South Range, 33-6.
And I'm writing so fast, I'm starting to sweat. Better take that sweatshirt off.
Another good matchup tonight will be Cormel versus Banks if Cormel seems to make it through.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. Yeah, filling out the brackets like I'm doing now. Some of these wrestlers are already in the semifinals.
Pretty good matchup on mat 3, 10-2 and 18-11. Number 3 and 6 seed. Nice duck by Wellsville.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
That's Logan Cunningham, I believe, from Wellsville.
Now, wait a minute. 70, 70.
I don't know if that's right matchup.
70. All the matches are 170. Got Morris and Cunningham. Where do you think they are? Morris and Cunningham, Southern and Wellsville. Wellsville, that'd be over there, yep. Kiko
That's
and
on Mat
Dotson.
3. Kiko and Dotson
United
are on
and
mat
Lisbon.
1 down here.
Yeah, just look here.
And then
Oh,
we
you
got,
got that.
then we got Great
Mat
House.
2,
and
Great House
Cornell.
and Cornell.
That's got to be that one.
Yeah. Cornell up 5-0 on mat 2. No score on mat 1. And mat 3 is 2-0 red. Wellsville winning 2-0. So Kiko on mat number 1 winning 2-0 moving into the second
On
period.
mat number 2,
Cornell from South Range on mat number 2 wins by pin.
versus Andrew Quimby, Wellsville, mat 2.
I don't think it's going to matter, but South Range is going to try to make up all these their team points by pin. They're losing by 30 points coming into this round.
Rootstown's first 3 guys pinned in under 15 seconds.
Yeah,
So they got
so I don't see.
Yeah.
I think Rootstown's got.
Unless
the team.
somebody turns out the lights, I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, or else they don't count the votes. That was a joke. All right, we're at 182 on the middle mat. Okay, you got this one over here, right, John?
I got over here.
170 mat. You got this match going right now.
Yeah, Morris versus Quimby.
Yeah, that's the Wellsville kid, Cunningham. He's up 3-0 right now.
That's Kiko on mat number 1 up 3-0 also.
And
That's Kiko and Dotson.
yeah, Cornell's already won by fall. So let me move on to 182. That's
Kiko takes a shot, comes up short. Looks like he's limping on his.
That's Hunter Morris out here in the middle mat, which was not on screen, but he's wrestling Quimby from Wellsville. He gets a quick
Dotson with
double
a nice
edge to the
shot,
back.
tries to dump, gets around the waist. 3-2, we got a good one here on mat number 1. 30 seconds, 3-2, Kiko.
And Morris from Southern gets a quick fall in the 182 quarterfinal over Quimby.
He gives up the point and the takedown in the last seconds.
Right in
On
that.
mat number 2,
Kiko goes up 6-2 moving into the third.
Trent Berkey, Rootstown, Miller, Chippewa, mat number 2.
Wellsville pins on 3.
On mat number 3,
Mat number 2, we got Trent Gerke, sophomore, 5-4 versus Neil Miller from Chippewa, 10-7 on mat number 2. Gerke comes out in the gray singlet with the red ankle band. Gerke's really turned it up the second part of this season. He's wrestling with a lot of confidence.
6-2 over there now. The 170s.
Kiko goes up
Kiko and
8-2
Dotson,
now,
right?
yeah. Kiko's turning him with the power half. Looks like it's all over. And a fast first round. Gerke working inside on mat number 2.
Well, you know what I hate is I see someone winning big and I put their name in here and then all of a sudden they get stuck.
On mat number 1, 195-pound quarterfinal, Lane McKenzie, Rootstown, home
Got that.
Southern from United.
We got number 1 seed on mat number 1, Lane McKenzie, sophomore, Rootstown, 20-5 versus Colton Southern freshman, 8-18. Like I was saying earlier this morning, Lane McKenzie was 145-pounder last year and just went on a growth spurt up to 195. He wrestles like a little man in a big man's body.
Now we got a fall over there, 82. Who got that 10? Eagles.
That's for McCon.
I think that was McCon.
Miller takes down Gerke, puts a half. Gerke fights off his back. Mat number 2, he's reaching back. Works out of bounds.
So we got Gerke over here. We got another Rootstown, 2 Rootstown kids up there.
McKenzie's on mat number 1.
And let's see, we got 182 over here. So that's going to have to jump to
On mat
95.
number 3, 195-pound quarterfinal. Blake Ice, Southern, Nate Morris, Chippewa.
McKenzie on mat number 1 goes quick on the front headlock.
On deck, Jake McNamara.
Spinner behind.
Caleb Hughes.
Goes right to the butcher, to the headlock. Headlocks him. Feeds the arm. Freshman goes down. Another pin by Rootstown, 20 seconds.
They're head hunting today.
Oh yeah, it's going fast. Gerke on mat number 2. Miller,
All right,
he had to cradle, let it slip.
Mat number 1 is going to be Ice from Southern and Morris from Chippewa.
Ice is already Ice is on mat 3. He was. Ice versus
Well, okay,
Morris.
well, they said on deck.
No, on deck was McNamara.
So
Okay. That's Southern local over there. So yeah, okay, that's Ice.
On mat number 1,
Morris over here is going to be McNamara and Hughes.
Jake McNamara,
Yeah, see,
Wellsville,
back
Caleb Hughes, Crestview,
at number 1, we bring in Jake McLemore, Jr. from Wellsville, 25-7 versus Caleb Hughes, 9th grader, 4-22. Back to number 2, got the Gerke Miller match. Gerke works out, gets a point, and gets bear hug right down.
He's down
Down 5-0.
5-0 now. He's wrestling the number 4 seeded kid from Chippewa. Okay, the 195.
Gerke gets that, put on his back. That's it, North Prince Gerke. Moving to mat number 1. These two look like
They're
the
95
pounders.
French,
Two thick kids.
French and Clucci.
That's McNamara.
No, that's not them.
That's not them? Okay.
Well, no, that is there. That was McNamara.
Yeah, McNamara just pins really fast. 13-second pin on mat 1.
And then it should be French and Colucci up over here.
It is on mat 2.
Mat 2 is French and Colucci.
Okay. When we're moving along, who got the pin?
Mat number 2, we have French, freshman from Western Reserve, 7-16, versus Christopher Colucci, sophomore South Range, 29-10.
On mat number 1, 220-pound.
All right, I think that Morris got the
Colucci
ball.
takes a shot, real nice knee drag.
Dane Burton from United.
Colucci moves pretty good for
Yeah,
bigger kids.
he was a sectional champ here last year at 195.
Kicks him out, wants good takedowns.
On mat
2-1
number 3,
Colucci.
220-pound quarterfinal. Eddie Buster.
Colucci with a little slide by, then keep the feet in.
Mat 3.
Well, their matches are going so quick you can't even hardly watch them.
Yeah.
We got a 220 match up there. That's going to be Heather. No,
Okay, got it.
it's going to be Bergman from South Range, more than likely. Yep. Bergman, South Range, and
Colucci with
Brereton from
another
United.
Colucci, another knee pick.
All right, that match on mat number 1 is going to be a good one. Bergman is 20-8. He's the 5th seed. Brereton at 25-6 is the 4th seed.
Wow, that is a nice matchup.
Yeah,
Two good
yeah,
kids.
and they've wrestled each other before this year. Okay, and
Colucci with another takedown, goes up.
he's going to get a stick here, I think.
He's got a deep half there on mat 2. Lucci pins. Bergman with a quick headlock over on mat number 1.
That's 220 from Wellsville. Weekly.
Bergman's feeding that arm.
Weekly wins already.
Plenty of time.
They're getting back.
Actually, that looks like a legal headlock. He doesn't have the arm. He just has the head over there on mat 1. He gets the pin.
Range kid. Wow, that's the 5 seed pinning the 4 seed. I've got Hartzell and Fury coming up here somewhere. They're going to be in
here. They are. They're coming out right now. Mat number 2, we have Cameron Hartzell, senior from Western Reserve, 14-3 versus Darren Fury, 17-7. I like this matchup. This is going to be a good match.
Well, you know, I'm looking here. There's not, every wrestler at 220 has a winning record.
Wow. Fury's got a great double. Let's see if he pulls it out here. Senior versus freshman on mat 2.
Okay, Weekly gets the fall at 220 over Buskirk from East Palestine.
I'll tell you what, we got some massive heavyweights here this year.
Yeah, the Phillips and Babbitt are both very big.
So coming up on mat number 1, we have Tyler Stanley, 10-5, versus Dallas McCracken from United, 16-3.
Yep.
You said you've been eyeing this McCracken.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if McCracken. Well, I think he's going to place. He's number 4 seed anyway, but I want to see him.
5 versus number 4 over here. Nope, McCracken's got the bear hug on him right now. Stanley outrushes him. Stanley gets on top.
No score in that 220 matchup with Hartzell.
McCracken turned into him, catched him on his back. He's getting back points. He needs to tee off. And he pins him. Wow.
Hey, I don't know nothing.
Dallas McCracken, freshman.
Fast, huh? They were going at it.
Yeah. I've seen McCracken's results, and I've seen what he did at East Ohio Wrestling League, which is a very tough heavyweight league this year. He didn't play, but he gave some really good kids some matches.
Over on mat number 3, we have Tony Karp, freshman, 5-3 versus Wyatt Babbitt, senior, 21-8. And that Babbitt, he's got to be pushing 270. 260, 270.
Let's see, that's mat 3.
That's Babbitt and Karp.
Babbitt and Karp. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not used to Karp as a Rootstown wrestler because I haven't seen him this year.
Karp's a pretty good athlete, raw wrestler. He's a very good baseball player, very good football player.
Yeah, Babbitt's a very good wrestler.
Yeah.
And over here,
Karp just needs 3 more years under his belt.
We got Donaldson from Lisbon, who's 6-6 against Lolly from South Range, and Lolly's a big heavyweight too. We got some kind of plan over there. Imagine he might have to have a break after this round.
Just for us.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it's been going.
Fury and Hartzell on that 2. Fury gets 1 point. How did he get the point? I missed it.
It had to be a penalty point.
Yeah, it had to have been a penalty. Must have been locking hands, or I don't know what it was. But Fury's down up 1-0 in the second. It's like Hartzell showing his hand or something.
Well, they're going at it over there on mat 1 as well. That's
Fury with the quick stand-up. He goes up.
That guy's he's hurt. Thought he was dragging his shoulder
twisted
like
his knee, or
I think he hurt
a
his
little
shoulder.
injury time.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it is his shoulder. I don't know. Must have popped out or something.
Well, they're going at it over there, and let's see.
Karp get pinned over on mat 3.
Lolly's getting stuck by Donaldson from Lisbon, and he did. There goes the number 2 seed at heavyweight, down by fall. Not saying they won't meet each other again in the consolation finals. Okay.
Wow, that was a 10-minute round.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
By the time I was trying to put the names in for the
I think it was actually
bye.
about 15 minutes for the whole round.
Yeah, I think
that
it
was
was.
crazy.
All right, we got Babick and Carp wrestling.
Carp got pinned. We have Fury and Hartzell.
Okay, that's Fury. Yeah.
Fury up 2-0 in the second period.
So the only match
Looking for a headlock.
20. Hartzell and Fury. Both good this 220 class isn't a bad class.
Both guys hanging, waiting for the other guy to do something.
Yeah, they got to give the wrestlers 45 minutes in between matches.
Yeah, we'll probably be on a 15-minute break at least, 20 minutes.
This one here might go the distance. No, I think it might be the only one this whole round that went the whole distance.
I say run out of here. Fury working the hooks. Hartzell working inside. 45 seconds. Hartzell backing up. Let's see if Fury shoots him up. Probably be a stalling call coming here if they go out of bounds. They really have an emphasis this year if the kid goes out of bounds to get the stallings to make wrestling more active. Hartzell looks like he's really,
I think
really hurting that shoulder.
Yeah, I really think the way that he's
unnecessary
acting now.
roughness. He led with his head, 1 point headbutt.
Yeah, I do notice a difference in Hartzell though after that injury timeout. He's kind of not as aggressive as he was.
Yeah, he's got a hurt shoulder. Goes straight back.
Yeah, he
then
tried
drag the
to
feet.
throw him and now he's gutting it out, whatever it is.
Two to 1 with 17 seconds in the second period. Hartzell backing up again. Oh, he catches him. No time. Time's up. Going in the third period, 2 to 1 Fury.
Hartzell, a senior. That might be one of the reasons how come he's trying to gut it out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like you said, this is a nice weight class. It's 220.
Yeah, it is. Looking at everybody. Well, all 7 wrestlers are seniors.
Fury getting sick on the mat, it looks like. Got injury time green. Hartzell's shoulders really hurting him.
Yeah, they're able to get it all the way up, so it's not, if it was out, it popped back in. That doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Well, only one of these good 220s we haven't seen is Deacon Heather, the #1 seed from Canton Central Catholic. He bumped up from 195, but he got buyed right into the semifinals.
Yeah, I saw that.
Doesn't he have a twin brother or brother that's using that?
I don't know.
I thought there was 2 brothers from Kansas.
Well, there's Ascanis
that's what I'm
that
thinking.
are in the lighter weights. Mike and Mike.
No, these
Mark
guys
and
were
Mike.
bigger kids. One was a 220, one was an 80.
Okay, well, not this year.
Well, Fury needs to suck it up here. Going into third period, 2 to 1. Both kids have injury time now. If you go into a second injury time, that gives the other kid the choice.
Oh, I got all the math think I got all the. No, I missed the burger shipment winner. You don't have it, do you?
No.
Burger shipment at 160. Well, they'll say Hostetter and Harrison at 152.
Red chooses down.
Well, we'll try to tie it up.
Who tries the fat man drill? Fury
You know what?
jumps
I haven't heard of that called in a long time. The fat man.
300 arms trying to crack. Oh, Hartzell. It's going to be 1 or 2. Gets to his feet. We got a tie match here. 2-2. Minute 40 left. Second period.
And a lot of ear-to-ear pummeling there.
Oh, yeah. Light heavyweights. Dancing bears.
Yeah. About the way you used to wrestle, huh?
Oh, here it is. Necessary roughness. Must have led it with his head back to
Another
him.
one. Oh,
Another
no.
guy.
That's
3-2 now.
Yeah.
That's a
Flurry
major
gets the
point.
lead. Yeah, it does.
Takedown
Especially at
wins
this
it.
point in the match.
I think they're both headbutting each other. Let's see which one of these two has the most air. 1 minute going into third period. Fury up 3-2. Fury in green from Rootstown.
Flurry has been pushing Hartzell around a little bit.
Yeah, Hartzell's been back and Fury's been pushing. Oh, he tries the head
Oh.
snap. Oh, he falls on it. He doesn't get his points yet. Nothing yet. Good scramble. Good scramble.
Yeah.
25 seconds. Fury didn't get his points yet. Hartzell's pulled on that arm.
Running out of time, though.
Oh, he still makes it up. 18 seconds. This is interesting. Second injury time. No, he's going to get up and go. I don't think either kid has a stalling call.
I didn't see one. Hartzell's got to do something, though. There's only 10 seconds left.
Oh, he's not backing up anymore. There's the shot. Fury with big hips gets his two.
Flurry gets the 2, and that's going to be the match.
His shoulder's hurting now.
Yeah. After the match, it hurts worse.
Final score, I have 5-3. Fury.
I ain't gonna say it.
Seeing what he has for lunch.
Yeah, well, I see John. He's trying to figure out.
I'm trying to get him
Trying to
off.
figure out what he had for lunch.
Well, that does it for that round.
Zoom in on that. See.
5-3 Furry.
Oh, his shoulder's out. He's hurt.
Yeah. Let's see. That's 163. Yeah, he'll end up with Buzzkirk, the kid from East Palestine, in the next round.
That was a pretty good 220 match.
Oh, yeah,
Both kids
that
going
was
at
a
it.
good
A little
one.
bit of excitement.
What a way to end the first
A little bit of
round.
injury, a little bit of puking, a little bit of everything.
All right, there's obviously going to be a break. I don't know how long they usually announce it. Okay, we got the same people here. White, Wall, Smalley. That's who I got coming out here. They're going to go down in Constellation. Huh? Well, if they do like they did last time, they'll run the
At this
semi.
time, we take a 12-minute break due to rest time. We'll begin the next round with a 160-pound quarterfinal match between Gavin Berger of United and
160
Rob Fisher of Wellsville.
How they going? Oh, there was a
Burger
first round
Chip.
match.
They've missed that round.
No, those guys had a first
Yeah,
round.
they started right off.
So they wrestled here,
Okay.
now they got wrestled.
Semi-final round on matches 1
Burger
and
must
2
have lost.
in the
Let's see, I
consolation
can't.
No, Berger won.
On mat
Well, then
number
why would they
30.
start with him when he's?
Well, Berger and Fisher. We already
Okay.
wrestled this round.
Okay, I got you.
That was the only match in
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they started
Okay,
off.
yeah, that's going to be, and then that's going to make this 160 weight class, or at least Duvall.
Yeah, they'll push that till the end.
Duvall's going to be the last match, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Right.
Okay, well, if you hear any names, write them down for me. But yeah, that's who it's going to be. Let's see, Fisher, 146. I'm trying to get some of these names wrote down for the next round, but that's going to be tough.
There we go.
We're on now. Updated team scores. I'll give you the top 5. 5th, we have Waterloo, 57 points. 4th, we have United, 59 points. 3rd, we have Crestview, 79 points. At 2nd, we have South Range, 147. And Rootstown in 1st place with 167.5. So South Range that round cut 10 points closer. Rootstown still being up by 20.5. I'll be back.
You got it.
We have a quarterfinal match that can now be wrestled at 160. That will take place right now on mat number 2.
Mat number 2, we have Berger versus Fisher. Berger coming in a sophomore, 16-11, versus Josh Fisher, a sophomore, Wellsville, 18-11.
The winner of that match will be filtered in towards the end of the semifinals due to rest time.
Yeah, the winner of that match will have the ball.
One second round consolation match in the entire tournament, and that match will now be wrestled on mat number 1. This is a second round consolation match. Aaron Shiplett of Canton Central Catholic, Trent Zollinger of Chippewa. Mat 1, second round consolation.
It's on mat 3 now.
Wellsville kid, I'm surprised they're letting them. Is that knee pad or those?
Probably some kind of
He
knee.
tries the headlock. Fisher's not having it. That's Berger trying the headlock. Fisher rolls through. I guess that is a knee pad. Fisher gets that boot in, but gets sloppy with his hips on the side.
They're rolling around, that's for sure.
Fisher gets that power half. He's not stretching him out though. Goes right to the cradle. Think he's got that cradle lock. Kid's reaching back. Out of bounds. Fisher up 2-0 in the first, 50 seconds left.
Shiplett over here.
Watch that knee.
Fall over Zollinger. That's Fisher and Berger out
Fisher
here.
and Berger, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Shiplett over there.
Fisher, he's trying to roll up that cradle again. Berger reaching back. Fisher might be in trouble. Berger got the headlock.
Yeah, he finally got
no
the
points,
arm.
So 5 seconds left. Needs to get his points. Nothing.
Nothing.
No, he gives him one, loss of control. I agree.
Yeah, I agree that.
Normally let that burn, but there was loss of control there.
Fisher's up 2-1.
Fisher defers. What's going on here? Some confusion. Two to two now?
Yeah, must have been a penalty.
I don't know what happened there. All right, so 2-2. Going into the second period, Berger takes down and Fisher is on top. Pressure's getting that deep half, but he's not doing anything. He's just sitting on the hips. He's not getting out the side, driving forward on it. Trying that cradle again. Putting himself on top. Running that half. He's finally working the forward pressure.
Gonna try a 3/4 now. I don't see it.
I don't think so. Maybe in youth wrestling, not here.
Yeah, that doesn't happen much.
Oh, Berger. One for the reversal. Needs to step over. There's your 2. 42 green. Berger can get some backs here. Oh, I don't know. Now he's counting them. 35 seconds.
Wow,
There's a
he
pin.
gets the fall. Berger with the fall.
Again, the top 4 here qualifies to the Garfield Heights District. Starting, that's a Friday, Saturday deal, correct, Mark?
Yeah.
Friday,
Yep.
Saturday.
Yeah, it starts at 1 o'clock next Friday. Okay, we must be coming
Okay, at
in.
this time, we're going to begin the semi-final round. We will use match 1 and 2 for semi-final matches. Keep in mind the 160-pound quarterfinal that just ended will have to be filtered in towards the end once enough rest time is given.
All right, semifinals. Mat number 1 will have Cameron White, 21-3, senior, versus Ty Harrison, senior, Crestview, 18-7. Mat 2 will have Gavin Walsh from Chippewa, senior, 17-5, versus Nassim Ali, senior from South Range, 20-6.
On mat number 2, 152
I know Cam White was a
semifinal.
big throw wrestler,
Gavin Walsh, Chippewa.
state qualifier last year.
I
I think Nassim has a pretty decent record.
Yeah, he was District 6 last year. Yeah, he's decent. He's
I saw him
20-5.
I saw him wrestle a couple times. He's a pretty good
And on
wrestler.
Yeah.
mat number 3,
He's beefed up though since last time I seen him.
Mississippi Southern, Darren Bidwell, Wellsville. Mat 3.
Cam White going to his knees with that hand control. Comes up with the underhook, and here comes the big throw.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't score on it. Again with the big throw. I'm going to jack him up. Gets a headlock out of bounds.
And Molly picks Dick Walsh up and gets the 2.
That
There's
one,
2 for Harrison.
White pulled him on top of himself. There's a locking hands.
I thought I saw that.
Makes that 2-1. White down by 1. Still on bottom. Cam White's the stepbrother of Mason Klein, who's out with a knee injury this year. He was ranked 4th in the state this year from Rootstown. Really a shame to lose a senior like that.
Uh-oh.
Harrison pulls him right on top. White's going to take advantage, puts him in the cradle right to his back.
Oh, boy.
He's done. Nope. He's close. 5-point moves and makes it 6-2. Oh, he only gave 2 backs on that.
He's got that cradle locked up again, though.
Keep working, keep working.
20 seconds, up 5-2. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. 5 seconds. Wow.
Wow, Walsh from Chippewa.
Walsh from Chippewa. Number 3. Cam White pins also. Wow, I didn't expect that.
And White got a fall as well?
Yes.
Yep. Boy, you look away. And, yeah, I was writing down Walsh one and missed that. Okay. Boy, that White and Harrison match, they were rolling around there for a while.
I don't know what's going on down here in mat 1.
I thought that White won by fall.
I know Cam White signed up to go to Marine Corps. There's a little hostility down there.
Yeah, I'll keep them kids away from each other. They don't need to get.
No.
If they get kicked out now, they're done for next week.
I don't know what happened. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I just I did see some staring.
Yeah, I saw Dad coming down yelling.
All right.
Moving on.
Probably going to be Ventura and Starkey.
Ventura and Starkey. I tell you what, this could be a great match also. Ventura, sophomore, Crestview, 23-5 versus Jacob Starkey from South Range, 32-5. Both sophomores.
Alex Banks,
coming up.
Logan Cunningham, Wellsville.
Returning state qualifier, Alex Banks, 27-8, senior.
And on mat number 3,
Versus Logan Cunningham, junior from Wellsville, 25-5.
Zach Hostetter, East Palestine.
Banks has came down from 182 with the injury to Spencer Shopey. Banks is pure strength.
We got the Ventura-Starkey matchup. Might be a real good one.
Oh, yeah.
Starkey, as we know, is real. I know he's tough. But Ventura, the returning 160 sectional champ here.
I wonder if these two will more than likely get the ball in the finals. Banks drops down. He'll probably cradle him up here. Banks on 2, working the crossface.
There's a quick 2 for Starkey over there on mat 1. Up 2-0.
There's Banks' signature. He's got the cradle. Just needs to get some elevation right on his back.
He got it.
Let's get that knee in the hip. Hook that leg. There it is. Alex Banks moves on to the finals.
2-1 now over on mat 1.
Starkey kicks Ventura.
It's a pretty good match.
Ventura goes underneath the high crotch. Little dump. Ventura goes up 4-1.
Starkey.
Starkey, yeah.
Versus Logan Cornell, South Range, mat 2.
Let's see what Carmel has over here, the South Range wrestler, because more than likely he's going to end up with Banks in the finals. He's a pretty high-ranked kid statewide as well. He's 14th. Oh, I ended up with the one with the numbers.
Got Logan Cormel, junior on mat number 2, South Range, 33-6. Who was that pinned over there? Is that Starkey pins?
Yeah.
Yeah, Starkey gets a quick pin. First period fall.
Cormel wrestles Mason Greathouse, sophomore, Crestview, 8-6.
2-pound semifinal, Hunter Morris Southern versus Neil Miller Chippewa.
Okay, we're good.
Got it?
Chico and Cornell over here, and Chippewa would be 182. Morris and Miller.
Mat number 1, Hunter Morris, senior from Southern, 19-3, versus Neil Miller, freshman from Chippewa, 10-7. Here he comes. He's at the wrong side of the stands.
Well, they got him there in time.
Yeah.
We're rolling around there on the sun right there. Chico and Cornell. No points yet.
Morris from Southern will be in red on mat 1. Nope, Miller's red. Morris is green. Morris ain't good on that single. Senior freshman matchup here. Morris taking no time. Getting his backs.
The end of 1. Cornell's up 2-0 over Chico.
Five nothing on mat 1. Morris decides to let Miller up, 5-1. $16 seconds left on mat 1. Miller decides to go down, or Morris decides to go down, leading 5-1 second period.
Cornell goes up 3-0 in the 170 semifinal with Chico United, and he gets another 2 in back points. Cornell looking for the stick here. He's got plenty of time, and he gets it. That means Cornell and Banks in the final at 170.
Morris gets the escape over Miller, takes it up to 6-1. That'll be a nice match. Those two. That'll be a real nice match. Those two might even wrestle in the state duels.
On mat number 2, 182-pound semifinal, Luke Roscoe, South Range, Kristen Macon United. Mat number 2.
So mat number 2, we have Luke Glasgow, senior from South Range, 18-11, versus Christian Macon, number 2 seed, senior from United, 25-9.
McCon was a district qualifier last year.
Glasgow and McCon fighting for inside position. Morris with the shot at the end as they go into third period. Both kids look like they're exhausted. Miller down by 5. Chooses down. Uh-oh, what we got here on 2?
Going to be a reversal, going to be 2-2. Glasgow and McCon. Miller gets, yep, he's getting back points now.
Yeah, Morris on top, getting the 5 count.
Yep, Morris.
That should put him up 9-1.
Yep.
Puts him in major decision.
2-2, Glasgow and McCon on the center mat. Glasgow from South Range down. Gets the escape, makes it 3-2. Morris trying to get them back points again.
Another set.
Well, he gives up the reversal. He gets 2 back and then gives up the reversal to make it 11-3.
Got a good one here on mat 2. 14 seconds left. 2-3.
We're still in the first period there.
Oh, lateral drop. Feet are in. He's getting back. McCon with the big toss in the pin. Got to keep on wrestling that edge line.
And
Morris
gets the fall, yeah.
On mat number 2, 195-pound semifinal, Lane McKenzie.
Mat number 2, we have sophomore Lane McKenzie, 20-5, number 1 seed, versus Nate Morris, sophomore from Chippewa, 14-5, number 4 seed. Mat number 1, we have Jake McNamara from Wellsville, junior, 25-7, against Christopher Colucci, sophomore, South Range, 29-10.
Let's go, Nate!
I like this matchup on 2. This ought to be a good one.
Both of them probably be pretty good. They're not saying placement last year, but I got it somewhere. I know Colucci plays here.
Smart.
Yeah, Colucci was a runner-up here last year
Get low, man. Get low.
at 195.
This Nate Morris looks like he spent some time in the weight room.
Yeah.
Locking that arm out.
Both these matches
He's trying
here.
a little slide by. Kenzie goes to headlock, tries to hip up. No point. Kenzie drops on down to single. Morris is trying to spin. Oh, he's got the cradle locked up. No points yet. Got the cradle locked up. I don't know.
What?
I don't know if you can't call that a takedown, I don't think. They were head to head just because you lock up a cradle. Just because you lock up a cradle, you still got to cover the hip or put him to his back. She did neither. He lets it ride. McKenzie gets taken down. 2-0, Nate Morris.
Lucci up 2-0 over on mat 1 against McNamara from Wellsville. And he gets back points to make it 4-0. Lucci got back, getting back points.
10 seconds left. McKenzie needs to do something quick here.
I've got 7-0 over on mat 1. Clucci, South Range over Fred McNamara from Wellsville. And they're on their feet, started the second period.
Mat 2, McKenzie takes down. Second period, losing 2-0.
On mat number 3, 170-pound consolation match. Wyatt Morris Southern versus Connor.
Boy, you gotta get the hand control, get a boot up.
Mat 3.
Morris on the hip, working hands.
And Clucci throws McNamara on his back. He's close to a fall. There's second period left, more than a minute left in. McNamara gets away. So they give him the free, 12-0 now.
McKenzie's close to being put on his back. He gets out of it. Slides outside. Gets a 2. Needs to stretch him out and roll it. There it is. He's going to get backs now. Got him in that nice Merkle. It's 2-2. He's got the half. He's going to get some more here. Oh, he's got that half deep. I think it's over. Crucify him.
There it is.
And he pins him. Moves on. McKenzie moves on to finals.
220-pound semi.
You got that one.
Deacon Heather.
No, getting this one over here. 12-0 now. Lucci over McNamara. There's about 20 seconds to go.
At number 2, we have Deacon Heather. Canton Central Catholic Junior, 19-3, versus Braxton Bergman, South Range sophomore, 20-8.
And they're going to call it a Tech Falls at 15-0. Time ran out. Clucci over McNamara. So I'm going to have Furry and Weekly over here on mat 1. Furry, the freshman from Rootstown. Weekly, the senior from Wellsville. Weekly, 8th ranked by Burrow fan.
Deacon Heather looks like, maybe he is. He looks like a light 220-pounder.
Well, he was actually, until this week, he was 195.
That's what I thought, yes. He looks like it.
Yeah. Now he
gets
comes in 19-3. So
yeah, not bad.
220-pound.
Close to a takedown.
Darren Curry, Rootstown, Payton Weekly, Wellsville, mat 1. On mat number 3, 182-pound consolation match. Trent Gerke, Rootstown, Andrew Quimby, Wellsville, mat 3.
Bergman and Heather working inside. Not too much action.
And we got Furry and Weekly over on mat 1.
Oh, Heather Heather does a slide by, gets the takedown on mat 2.
Furry trying to throw. Here's the pommel over there on mat 1.
Bergman trying to roll on Heather. Fury's got a headlock.
They're giving the 2 to Weekly.
Heather gets no back points on 2.
Now Furry trying that head and arm again. Well, he doesn't have the arm, but he's trying to get away. Stalling. There's 1. 2 to 1 now on that one. Furry from Rootstown and Weekly from Wellsville.
Mat 2, Heather chooses go neutral. They want to get underneath the big boy.
Oh, and Furry tried to throw, and Weekly falls right on top of him pretty much.
Heather headlocks. He's got him out of bounds, getting back points.
And Weekly gets the fall.
Why he didn't get back points on that?
All right, we got the big boys coming up here. Or are they going to have to wait a little bit?
No, I don't think so. They should be getting this 160 match.
Number 1, 285-pound semifinal. Seth Phillips, Western Reserve, versus Dalton Duvall, United.
They did give him back points. 4-0 now.
Heather kicks him. Bergman comes up and it makes the score 4-1. Over on mat number 1, we have Seth Phillips, ranked 10th in the state, I believe. 9th in the state from Western Reserve, 32-1 record. Your guy, Dallas McCracken, freshman, 16-13.
Well, I like the kid, but I don't know what he's going to do here. Phillips, they wrestled in the EOWL.
2 big kids.
Yeah.
One being a freshman, one being a senior.
And Phillips is in the blue. And McCracken is in the blue with the yellow stripe.
Oh no. Senior's going to show the freshman. Maybe not.
There's a double try by Phillips. 6-1 now, Heather. There's a throw.
Bear hugs him to his back.
Gets the 2.
Gets 2 and some bags.
95-pound consolation match. Sincere French, Western Reserve. Caleb Hughes, Westview, mat 3.
And we're at 6-2 in the 220 semi. Heather from Central Catholic over Bergman from South Range. They're still in the second period over there.
Heather with nice little high crotch, right on the line, gets his points. Bergman better let go of that. He's going to get some back points on him. They're out of bounds.
Babbitt riding tough. And Phillips riding tough on McCracken.
Oh, McCracken gets a reversal.
Ties it up.
Upset special here. Phillips right back up to his feet. 39 seconds. He pushes him out. Going into third period, we have Heather up 8-2, and he's going to kick Bergman.
McCracken riding. And Phillips gets the escape. Makes it 3-2. They haven't awarded it yet. They award it now.
Are they getting the one?
So, Phillips up.
Berman got Heather's leg right on the line. Looking for that takedown. Should be a stalemate or something. There it is. Heather locks up the cradle. And he just goes, gives points. 10-3. I think Heather's got the big boy tired. He's got the half end. He's going to get some.
Yeah.
Well,
3-2 over here on the heavyweight matchup between Phillips and McCracken. On their feet. Second period, about 1:40 to go in the period. A lot of tying up, a lot of ear-to-ear pushing around. Nothing unexpected with heavyweights.
Easy now.
Heather's
got the deep half working to the.
There's a double leg shot by Phillips, but McCracken gets away.
So Heather beats Bergman 12-3. Should bring us to the 160-pound match. They had to wrestle back.
Is there one more heavyweight?
Should be Duvall.
Yeah, Babic and
I gotta do
okay,
that.
all right, you might be right.
Yeah, there's still Babbitt and Donald.
This Babic's a big kid too.
Yeah. Well, according to Burrow fan, Phillips over here on mat 1 is 9 and Babbitt's 10 in the state.
Yeah.
Myself, I would probably have it the other way around, just because Babbitt beat Phillips last time they wrestled. They're two.
I'll tell you what, he better worry about McCracken right now because he's got his hands full.
Tough.
McCracken's a freshman. He's holding his own right here.
He's a big freshman, that's for sure.
Got mat number 2, Wyatt Babic from Crestview, 21-8, senior, versus Michael Lowry, sophomore from South Range, 22-6.
I got Donald.
Or Donaldson, I'm sorry, I messed up.
Yeah, Lowry got beat.
Yeah, Lowry beat him. I remember that. 6-6, Donaldson from David Anderson, senior. Yeah,
Babbitt's a big boy too.
It's a good one over on mat 1.
And we're in the third period. It's 4-2 Phillips.
McCracken trying to work inside, trying to dig. Phillips is pushing.
There's 2 for Babic over on the center mat. And we're rolling around. Babbitt's getting a little mad, I think. Babbitt gets the ball.
Yeah, you poked the bear on that one.
Yeah. All right, we got one more. Well, no, now it should be the Duvall matchup coming up. They've had enough time. Should be Duvall and Berger.
Yeah. Oh, Phillips takes a shot on McCracken.
Well, I don't know. That's one thing about these heavyweights. You don't want all that. You either got to be quick on your shot or you're going
to finish
face
it.
down.
You're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. My son wrestled heavyweight in college, and he was quick, but he very seldom did he shoot because you get 280 pounds plus a guy who can bench press 450 slamming down on you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're going at it, though. 40 seconds to go. Phillips up 4-2 over McCracken.
McCracken better do something. 30 seconds. Surprised they're not getting this Duvall match out here. "15 seconds,
And there's two for Babbitt.
tried it. That'll be ended.
160 pounds
Phillips.
semifinal.
Phillips getting the max.
Rootstown versus Gavin Berger of United, match 2.
Good match.
That was a good match.
Yeah, it was. Good man.
Oh, he's got the crazies up top, the fans. Got their shirts off going
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah. See them up there?
Oh yeah.
You ought to get them on TV. Yeah, that's them crazy Phillips fans.
All right, mat number 2.
That's Duvall.
160. We have Dalton Duvall, undefeated senior, 30-0, versus Gavin Berger, United, sophomore, 16-11.
On mat number 1,
I'll tell you
we
what.
have a 285-pound consolation match. Michael Lally of South Range versus Tony Clark of Rootstown.
Nice.
Duvall is really, really fast. Quick to the shots. Takedown technician. Ball goes up 2-1. Finally gives him 2 on the ball. What he's waiting for. Rootstown versus South Range.
It's a consolation 285 matchup.
Ball works in on a single. Tries to keep it on the mat. There's 2 more. 62. Dalton Duvall last year had to sit out half the season because he transferred his sophomore year from CBCA. Racks up another takedown and some backs.
That'll be it, I think.
I think he had enough. He's gonna finish him up here.
Yep, there it is.
Dalton Duvall stays
Well,
undefeated.
That makes Duvall Starkey the matchup we figured on seeing at 160.
Yeah, that was my match of the afternoon.
All right, all the matches now are consolation semifinals. We'll try to keep up with them, but we really don't have brackets made out to know who's who. Really, not until we hear the names. I know that we got
On mat number 2, we have a 160-pound consolation match. Josh Fisher, Wellsville, Mike Reeves, Southern, on mat number 2. On mat number 3, we have a 160-pound consolation match. Justin McLean, Western Reserve, Frank Zollinger, Chippewa, mat 3.
Over on mat number 1, Lowy was upset by Donaldson. He was number 2 seed. He's only up 2-0 on Tony Clark from Rootstown.
I'll try to keep up with these. I do have that match there, at least where it's going to go. The winner of that match will end up with McCracken in a consolation semi. Go to district match.
Fisher gets a reversal here on mat 2, make it 2-2. Got a deep half. And he pins.
Fisher from
Wellsville. I'm sorry, that was
Reeves.
Was that Bidwell or?
No, that was Fisher and Reeves.
Yeah, yep. Fisher pins.
Fisher, so he'll meet Ventura. Let's see. I got this kind of screwed up here. It looks like 160. Pretty sure it was Fisher and Reeves. I just got them in the wrong brackets up there. All right, we're over here at 160 on mat 3. I'm not sure exactly who it is though. Kind of got the calculation
Chippewa
bracket.
Western Reserve. Right?
Chippewa, yeah, that's Western Reserve. So that would be McLean, Western Reserve. Chippewa, McLean.
Chippewa kid's got him on his back.
Yes, McLean and Zollinger. Zollinger looks like Zollinger from Chippewa.
In other sectionals, Mogador wins the independent sectional, and Garrettsville takes second. Big match over there was the freshman Cell beat the senior Sky 3-2 for the 152-pound championship.
All right, they haven't changed weights over here. Those are big. Those kids are big.
Oh, those are heavies. They got it.
I think that's that 220 kid that I had hurt his shoulder earlier.
Oh yeah. That is Hartzell from Western Reserve.
Yeah.
And Wellsville.
Let's see.
Is that
Bergman.
Is that East
Weekly.
Palestine?
Now see, Weekly is in the finals there.
Yeah, it's got to be East Palestine.
Yeah. Let's see, where we got here. That is Hartsville.
Yeah, that's East Palestine, sophomore 12-5.
Buskirk. Buskirk.
Hartzell, the last match was, I don't know if he had a stinger in his shoulder or he's working his shoulder pretty good.
These must be the last of the consolation third round matches. They're going to go into the consolation semis, I guess.
The blood round.
Yeah, the blood round. They'll probably take. I don't know. They'll probably take a break. People like us need breaks. Nah, I wouldn't care if they went straight on through.
Not much action, staring each other down. Can't score points that way. Hartzell's choice, he defers.
What did your phone say about the team scores right now? So we're, I think they should be caught up with the Rootstown South Range kids. I think Rootstown probably jumped back up ahead a little bit.
South Range has 191.5 points. Rootstown has 230.5 points.
They're up by 40 now.
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna get much closer.
Oh no.
And
Hartzell's putting Buskirk on his back. Plenty of time, minute 30. That should be it.
There it is. All right, now we'll hear this announcement when they're going to start back up. finals will be coming up next. Never know.
No.
Running.
Still have one more round of blood round.
Well, they got to run. They got to run this round to see who wrestles in the blood round. They got to. No. Let's see.
We already have
these are the finals. Yeah. You got it.
Come
You're
on,
right,
Mark.
you're right.
Stay with us.
I've been looking. I look at these brackets so long I get cross-eyed.
Yeah. We have the guys dropping down from the semis wrestling to see if they for third and fourth.
I know I did get all the losers put in. Yeah, I'm definitely taking a break. I don't want to leave till I say how long it is.
I'm going to shut this down until... Go ahead.
Welcome back to the Rootstown Sectionals. We are on time constraints. We'll have a 20-minute break.
John.
20 minutes. We'll be back.
Put the camera on the time.
Yeah, they got the clock up there. Man, you are so observant.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get it.
Well, you didn't go to lunch with us.
I want to look
so-
like professional, you know?
You didn't go to lunch with us, so
I know.
you have no excuse.
consolation semifinal round. These matches will be on all three mats.
Matches.
Crestview, map 1.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got the blood round.
You got a new bracket.
Yeah, this is updated team scores. I'll give you the top 5. Southern, 5th place, 81. United, 4th place, 88. Crestview, 3rd place with 92. South Range has 191.5, and Rootstown leading by 230.5 points. Okay.
Map 3.
Yeah.
This round ought to go quick. The blood round.
I'm going to have to modify this again.
All right, over there in the center mat. Go to that one. Oh, you got them both.
I got them both.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We got Moore from United and Malley from South Range. Malley, the heavy favorite here.
Yeah, Maui got upset. Got caught, didn't he?
Yeah.
By Walsh?
Yeah, he got caught by Walsh, yep. Over on mat 1, we have Bidwell from Wellsville and Harrison from Crestview.
Yeah, I think Maui's going to make quick work here on that.
Yeah, and Harrison got a quick double leg takedown. Over on mat 3, 170.
Yeah, Dotson and Cunningham.
Okay, what happened to the 160? Oh, they're probably waiting
They have to
because
wait.
of the Duvall match.
Yes. He'll wrestle at the end of this round.
Yeah, so we got Dotson and Cunningham on mat 3. Dotson from Lisbon Anderson and Cunningham from Wellsville. These are the matches to get you to. They're the fall for Malley. So he punches his ticket to Garfield Heights. And we got Harrison over there. Well, he's going to run out of time.
On map number 2, 170-pound consolation semifinal. Wyatt Morris Southern versus Tucker Kiko of United, map 2.
That might be a good one there, Morris and Kiko.
Moore sophomore 17-9 versus Kiko sophomore 18-11.
And Harrison has taken a 5-0 lead over Bidwell. And I'll state again, these are the consolation semis. Winner goes on, and by chance the loser could get out, but they're going to have to win their next match.
Morris with a quick takedown over Kiko. Kiko with the escape, both on their feet, 2-1.
Harrison up 5-0. He gets out, escapes, make it 6-0. That is a 152 consolation semi. They're going to skip the 160s, it looks like, till after this round. They'll be the last one.
On mat 2, Morris takes a 4-1 lead going into the second period. He defers to Kiko. Kiko takes bottom. Morris is going to let Kiko up to make it 4-2.
It'd be nice if they all had their names on the back.
Yeah, that's why I took that.
And Harrison gets 2 and has Bidwell on his back. Time running out again, and they get the fall with 5 seconds to go in the second period. So Harrison moves on. That's a two-time district qualifier.
On mat number 182-pound consolation semifinal. Michael Butts of Western Reserve versus Neil Miller of Chippewa. Mat 1.
We're no score in the 170 consolation semi between Dotson from Lisbon Anderson and Cunningham from Wellsville. 2-1 now is the score with Cunningham on top. Dotson trying to run.
Kiko with the little ankle pick. Morris looks like he quit wrestling. That should be 2 there.
Wow.
Well, I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
the feet were in.
They were when he first got it.
Yeah. Morris needs to keep wrestling. The line is actually in now.
Yeah, we've seen it, used to not be, but you can get a fall out of bounds now.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're in bounds.
There's 2 bases, 1 from each guy or 2 from one guy. There you go. Same thing right there. Oh, he gave him the 2 this time.
Morris looks like he's tired.
Kiko better work up.
Tied it up. 15 seconds to go in the second period.
Yeah, Morris came out with 2 quick takedowns. Hasn't done nothing since.
And let's see, over there, 182. Butts and Miller. And looks like Butts. I don't know.
On mat number 182-pound consolation semifinal.
Pretty sure
Trent Gerke,
Miller got that.
Luke Blasco.
Yeah, Miller, he's going on the table. Okay, you got a Rootstown kid coming up here.
Yeah, we got Gerke. 182. Rootstown South Range.
And we get, that's going to be the match, 7-1, Cunningham from Wellsville over Dotson from Lisbon. Now Morris gets moving, gets a reversal,
Number 3.
looking for back.
Let's go make a short work of Gerke here. Takes him down right to his back on mat 1.
I don't know what happened with the French and Morris match.
That was another wrestleback match, I believe.
Was it? Okay.
What's that? What's that with the Morris?
I think they had to wrestle. That was one.
Oh, they had to wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time constraint match.
6-4 Morris, but now French, there it is, they're wrestling right now in the middle. No, that's 170 match. There's another Morris from a different team. Now
Morris
gets
stops
back.
over for Kiko.
They give him the
He gets
back
2 and 2.
point. So it's,
Kiko
8 to
reverses
6.
and gets 2. I don't know why he stopped it.
That's going to make it 8 to 6 with 29 seconds to go. This is a 170 consolation semi.
I don't know why they stopped that.
Oh. Now the 195. Ice from the Wellsville kid. So McNamara from Wellsville gets a pin over Ice.
Number 3, 195-pound consolation semifinal. Sincere Prince Western Reserve.
Kiko gets a quick reverse at or Morris gets a quick reverse at the end and put Kiko on his back to finish it off. 12-6 final.
Gerke's on his back again, so Morris gets that one. Okay, we got Gerke and Blasco over there. They're showing 6-0.
He's getting some more bags on Kirky.
Yeah, this is still the second period over there. Okay, I'm pretty sure coming up on mat 3.
On mat number 2, a 220-pound
French Western Reserve and Morris
Payne Burton from United.
from
Darren
Chippewa.
Rootstown, mat number 2.
Brayton and Fury on mat number 2.
Okay. Somehow they're getting them a little mixed up, but we're getting them. I can get them mixed up. All right. 6-0, 9-0 now. Blasco over Gerke. And we don't get a fall, but we got a 5-0 lead at 195 for Morris from Chippewa. And we got the Fury match here, and that over there is that's Gerke and
There's
Blasco.
a headlock. Brayton trying to headlock Fury. They're both got a headlock, double headlock here on 2. See who comes through on top. Oh, Fury gets it. It's it for a 5-point move.
Or maybe a
So
fall.
had a little better of the hips right there.
Well, he gets a 5-point move, that's for sure.
Barrington has a pretty good record, 25-6.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler.
4th seed. Fury comes in with a 17-7 freshman.
Well, that 195 matchup between French and Morris, I thought it was 5-0. Now they're calling it 2-0. Morris.
At this time, we'll go back to the 160-pound weight class as those wrestlers have now had
Okay, Blasco went over there.
Fury decides to go on his feet here, period 2.
at 160 pounds.
What's going upper body?
Semi-final. Josh Fisher, Wellington, Lachlan DeFur, Rescue. On that one. On deck is Chris Ballinger, Fairwalk, Gavin Burr.
No takedown yet, that's to bring him down. There's 2, 5-2. Barrington, Fury quick to get out, makes it 6-2. Comes a headlock.
They're jumping back to 160 on mat 1. We got Gollinger from Chippewa. No, this is Fisher from Wellsville, and Ventura from Crestview.
Still on their feet, Matt, too. 6-2, 1 minute in the second period.
That was a big move by Furry.
Fury keeps on letting them get inside. Now he goes for another headlock.
Furry plays his cards right. He'll get to Garfield this year.
Yeah.
This kid's not bad at he's wrestling either.
Got the front headlock here.
And Batura have Fisher in a what sort of a cradle.
Barton goes for his 2. Fury goes to his back. That's trouble there. That's trouble there.
Everybody's getting pins here. Mora gets a pin over French at 195. And Batura at 160 with a fall.
Brayton gets a pin over Darren Fury. Moves on. 3rd and 4th. Went from all kinds of action to no action.
Oh yeah, I can't keep up hardly sometimes. And let's see, Brereton beat Furry. Okay.
On mat number 1, 160-pound consolation semifinal, Trent Dollinger, Chippewa, Gavin Berger, United. On mat number 2, we have a 220-pound consolation semifinal, Cameron Hartzell, Western Reserve, Braxton Bergman, South Range. On mat number 3, 285-pound consolation semifinal.
Makes it hard to have to go through and try to write everything when you got 3 different weights.
We have 1 match left.
So 160, we have Trent Zollinger, sophomore from Chippewa, 14 and 12, versus I believe that's United's Gavin Berger, sophomore, 16 and 11.
That's the 160 matchup?
Yes.
Yeah, Zollinger and Berger. On the center mat, we got a 220 matchup. Hartzell from Western Reserve. He came in 14 and 3, and he's got Bergman from South Range.
Zollinger into a nice single. See if he can finish. Get 2 hands on it. Berger gets a quick 2. Berger should be locking hands there. He's not calling it. He's got it locked up. Berger got away with one there.
Over 285. We got Lolly from South Range and McCracken from United. And McCracken's got Lolly on his back. And he gets the McCracken moves on.
On mat number 3, 285-pound consolation semifinal.
Berger gets a quick 2 to go up 4-0 over Zollinger.
Donaldson, Lisbon, mat 3.
Berger takes neutral, 4-0 going in the second.
This round went quick. 20 minutes, about 20 minutes so far.
Hey. Put the ball back.
All right, we still at that 160 match up there. Zollinger from Chippewa and
Berger from United.
Berger's up 6-0.
9-0 now. big old heavyweights out there.
Yeah.
Good scramble over on mat 3. Wellsville heavyweight trying to get a headlock.
Tied up at 2 in the middle match. That's Hartzell from Western Reserve and Bergman from South Range. Tied at 2. 9-0 Berger over Dollinger.
David Anderson right there.
Huh?
That team, David Anderson.
Oh yeah, that's well, let's see.
Got Blake Donaldson on mat 3 from David Anderson versus Tyler Stanley.
Yeah. That's
from Wellsville. That is no score match going in the second
David
period.
Anderson's the one that got us confused with Chippewa. Some of the Chippewa kids were the shorts.
Right.
And it was hard to distinguish. All right, it looked like
Stanley gets a quick reversal, puts Donaldson on his back. Should be hard to get out from that big kid. Stanley puts another 3 up. Stanley needs to get out to the side to run that half.
Yeah.
I see a lot of guys run that half behind the hips. They need to get out the side and get the pressure.
all right, 3-2 on the center match. And that would be Hartzell.
Stanley puts him on his back again. Needs to get his hips on top. There he goes.
Hartzell over Bergman, 3-2. Minute 45 to go, third period.
Stanley now goes up 8-0. About 45 seconds left in the second period. He's got a deep half on Donaldson. I think Donaldson might have gotten hurt his shoulder on that one. Yep. Stanley pins Donaldson, but I think that shoulder's hurting.
Yeah, he's holding his shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got it caught on the half going over.
What we got over here, 4-3 now.
Western Reserve.
Hartzell from Western Reserve. That's the wrestler that Furry beat in a quarterfinal.
He had a bad shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have. We're probably gonna have to have another short break before they start the finals.
Wow, that's a nice switch for the big boy.
Yeah, for Bergman. And Bergman goes on 5-4 lead now. We got a minute 5 seconds to go in the third.
He gets Copper a lock in hand.
Lock in hand,
Ties it up. 5-5, 1 minute left. He's gonna kick him.
Good
Nice
shot. They're going out. 5:54 to go, 6-5. Bergman over Hartzell.
Again, stalling here, he keeps on backing. Comes the headlock. Oh, it doesn't pop it.
Hartzell pops his head out with the reversal. That's 8-5.
15 seconds. That does it till the finals here. I'm sure we're taking 10, 15
Yeah, they're going to have to.
find out real
It
quick.
was only a half an hour round. So, well, they still said we're going to get out of here about 7. And that could happen.
Waiting to see what kind of time we have here.
Yeah, they're usually pretty quick about letting us know.
So the 152 going over to finals tonight. We'll have Cam White, the 21-3 record, against I think Walsh pinned
Yeah.
Gavin Walsh, Chippewa Senior, 17-5.
Got Harrison from Crestview and Malley in the 3rd and 4th place match.
160 match, probably the best match of the night, I believe, will be Dalton Duvall, 30-0 senior, against Jacob Starkley, sophomore from South Range, 32-5.
Up in the 3rd and 4th place match, we got Berger from United and Ventura from Columbiana Crestview. That'll be a good one too.
170, we have Alex Banks, senior from Rootstown, 27-8, and I didn't get who's
Cormel.
Cormel, junior from South Range, 33-6.
And we have Cunningham from Wellsville versus Morris from Salimeville Southern in the 3rd and 4th place match.
182, you got that. I didn't get the right.
All right, 182, we have Hunter Morris from Southern. He comes in 19-3 coming in. He's wrestling Christian McCon from United, who came in 25-9. And Miller from Chippewa versus Blasco from South Range in the 3rd and 4th place match.
195, we have Lane McKenzie from Rootstown, sophomore, 20-5, versus Christopher Colucci, South Range, sophomore, 29-10.
We have another Morris, but a different team. Nate Morris, the sophomore from Chippewa, versus Jake McNamara from Wellsville in a 195 3rd and 4th place match.
At 220, I believe it's Deacon Heather, Canton Central Catholic, 19-3, against Camden Weekly, Wellsville, 22-6.
That's right. We got Hartzell from Western Reserve, the senior, come in 14-3 against Brereton from United. And that's the 3rd and 4th match.
At heavyweight, we have battle of number 10 rank versus number 9 rank. Seth Phillips, senior, Western Reserve, 32-1, ranked number 9 in the state, versus Wyatt Babbitt, ranked number 10 in the state, senior from Crestview, 21-8.
And Phillips has only lost his 2 babbage.
Oh, okay. That even makes it even better.
And then we have that freshman that I like, Dallas McCracken from United. He gets into the 3rd and 4th place match. He's got a big guy to wrestle, though. He's got Tyler Stanley from Wellsville, who he wrestled in the quarterfinals. So Stanley wrestled back. And that's our consolation final at 285. We're waiting on probably about another 10 minutes before we can get into the finals.
There's Toby Dunlap. He'd be the guy to talk to about.
Well, I can't believe the independent sectional is already done.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, when I get home, I have quite a bit of time looking through all these sectionals. We might be at Garfield Heights next week. We don't know. But I'll still, even if we're not there, I'll be in front of the computer all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, looking at these matches. I'll be back. Keep my seat warm. I'm gonna take my mask. Well, I don't want to get kicked out.
Little shout out to the Rovers. Rootstown Rovers are wrestling in college this weekend. We have Dalton Leitner, ranked number 2 in Division 3.
Okay.
We have
About 16 minutes.
Luke Samoro wrestling for West Virginia right now. And we have at the MAC Championships this weekend, Ryan Boyle.
And the Federation rules. When we begin the finals, we will have the first place matches in the center of the gym on mat number 2.
We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
Contested on
right, everybody, welcome back. We're at the finals here at Rootstown 2021 Sectionals.
Give you the top 5 team scores. Tied for 5th place, Chippewa and Wellsville at 89 points. 4th place is Columbiana Crestview at 106. 3rd place with 110 points is United. 2nd place, 205.5 points is South Range. And 1st place with 230.5 points is Rootstown. I'd like to take a moment to thank our officials who have been here all day today. Head official is Chris Logan today. Craig Blank, Mark Foley, Gary Anderson, and Brandon Parker. Thanks to our officials. We appreciate your important part in today's tournament. I'd also like to thank our cable workers. They do a great job each and every year. We've got some that have been here over 30 years and at least one over 40 years running tournaments at Rootstown High School. So we appreciate their help as always. We will once again wrestle all the championship matches on the center mat. The 3rd place matches will be on mat number 1, and the 5th place matches will be on mat number 3 as we clear the gymnasium.
Okay, coming up, mat number 1, we have Cameron White, 21-3,
the 1st through 6th place
returning state qualifier senior versus Nassim Ali, senior from Walsh. I'm sorry, I read this wrong. Gavin Walsh, senior from Chippewa, 17-5. I did that last round too.
Yeah.
Due to the time situation, depends on the length
Now we got
of the spur.
Harrison from Crestview and Malley from Southridge from 3rd and 4th. And we have Bidwell from Wellsville and Moore from United going for the district alternate match, 5th and 6th.
Still can't believe that Molly got beat.
Yeah.
Amazed by that.
At 152 pounds, the 5th place match, Darren Bidwell of Wellsboro versus Bryce Moore of United. 152-pound 3rd place match, Ty Harrison of Crestview versus Nassim Mali of South Range. And the 152-pound championship match, Cameron White of Rootstown versus Gavin Walsh of Chippewa. Once again, we wish all the wrestlers good luck, and the top 4 that qualify to the district next week at Garfield High School.
Again, after graduation, Cam White heading to the United States Marine Corps. It's a good thing.
Shot by Walsh.
Thing about White, he could score from any position, big scores. This one, you think he's in trouble, he'll come up big on something.
Wow. No point yet. Good scramble.
Yeah. He gets out of it. Wow.
That was a good shot by Walsh.
Got a hard whizzer in. White needs a hip up. And there it is. Got a little Merkel in. Walsh switches to a double and White tries to pancake him. He gets caught on his back.
Walsh, yeah, take down and has White on his back. And he's got it clamped up. White gets out. And let's see.
Back to his back. He's hurt. He does have a, looks like he hurt his rib or something.
Well, Walsh came to wrestle today.
Yeah, he did.
And let's see what we got over here on mat 2. We have an injury as well. It looks like a Harrison from Crestview's down.
So since White was on his back, he gets 3 back points plus they give an extra. Walsh gets an extra point for being on his back, so it'd be 4 back points.
No, just ribs are an injury that he's going to be sore regardless next week.
They take forever.
Yeah.
I think he had a rib injury coming in, tell you the truth.
I've had broken ribs, and it's one of the most painful things you really don't want to sneeze or cough.
Yeah, the only ribs I like is kind of you can eat. I don't like messing with you.
And he's getting up.
Well, we'll see if the future Marine sucks it up. Man, it's hard to wrestle with bad ribs.
Yeah, it sure is. All right, they're good. Looks like they're going to continue over on mat 1. No score in the Harrison-Malley match.
So 6-0 in the championship here. White is down.
White gets to his feet. White giving up back points again.
Boy, I can't imagine how bad that is.
Wall shot. White was trying to get the injury time out, but
You're better off just
he
rest him up for next week.
Walsh, sectional champ from Chippewa. And let's see, it looks like Malley wins by fall over Harris.
I'll tell you what, Walsh had a pretty good tournament, knocking off number 2 seed Maui from South Range and knocking off number 1 seed Cameron White from Rootstown.
Yeah, sure
pretty
did.
Pretty good weekend for him.
170-pound weight class. 170-pound weight class.
Well, they're going to skip 160 and go to 170.
170. Aaron Dodson of Lisbon.
They give these guys at 160 a little bit more time.
170-pound third place.
170, we have Alex Banks, 27-8, senior, returning state qualifier, against Logan Cormell from South Range, junior, 33-6. Third and fourth, we have Logan Cunningham, junior from Wellsville, 25-5, versus Wyatt Morris, sophomore from Southern, 17-9.
£182 wrestlers, be ready to wrestle next. 182.
Banks takes a nice double shot. Needs to finish it.
All right, at the end of 1 in the 5th and 6th place match, no score between Dodson and Kiko. No score between Morris and Cunningham in the consolation final.
Cormell with a nice little slide by. Gets his 2 points on Banks. Up.
Carmel is riding tough. He's got the double boots in there. And
he almost has a 4 on the body. Looks like now not anymore. Banks is probably going to get hit for a stone here for not trying to work out.
And Cornell's got the half
He's
in.
got a nice half. He's giving away backs. Hard place to be, 13 seconds. He gets the full set of 3.
5-0. Wow. 1-0 over on mat 1 between Cunningham and Morris. And it is Morris with the lead. We're about 50 seconds to go in the second period.
Banks at first. Cornell's going to take top. You better get out from bottom there. You'll feel them boots again.
Banks right up to his feet.
Oh, that's a trapped arm.
He does throw those boots right back in. Morris up 6-0 over Cunningham now in the consolation final.
Banks is trying to dig out them boots. But he needs to get his hips off the mat. Sit out and dig.
Morris is grinding on him. Stalemate.
Banks needs to get a first move.
There he gets it.
There it is. Nice little stand up. Needs to score here.
Boy. Nice scrambling by Cornell.
Cornell's going to get them boots in. We got some blood. He's got a bloody nose. On mat number 1, Morris is up 6-1. Minute 19 left in the third period. Morris with a nice duck under.
Now Morris is looking pretty good over there. 30 seconds to go in the match. 8-1 over Cunningham from Wellsville. Banks got to try to keep him
clear his
from
hips.
getting
Didn't clear his hips. Great stand up. He gets his hips out before he turns.
Yeah, Morris.
Watch that arm.
Third place over Cunningham. Boy, Cornell is riding tough.
That ends the second period on mat 1, 5-0.
The next weight class that we will wrestle will be 182, and then that will be followed by 160. And then we'll finish with 195, 220, and 285. 182.
Banks got to get some points here. Probably looking for a cradle. Try
Trying to power half.
Cornell's not buying into it.
He keeps his hips off the mat.
He knows it's coming. Out of bounds. Minute 37 in the third period. Waiting for him to step up. Have to switch off to something else. Banks right in top. Pretty well, but not scoring there. 1 minute left. We are 6-0.
Less than a minute to go.
This needs to go big here. 40 seconds left. Cornell with a nice double and finish. 8-0.
Moves on to a major.
Banks with a nice stand up. Them boots in, stretch them out a little more. How bad?
That laser therapy didn't even.
All right, Logan Cornell, sectional champ, 170 pounds, 8-0 over Banks, Rootstown.
The fifth place match, Mitchell Left.
Well, 182 now, correct?
Yep.
Rootstown. 182 pounds.
Okay, 182 championship. We have Hunter Morris from Southern, 19-3, senior, versus Christian McCon, senior from United. Third and fourth, we have Neil Miller from Chippewa, freshman, 10-7, versus Luke Glaska, senior from South Range, 18-11.
Will be honored from first through sixth place on the podium. All 152-pound wrestlers, please report to the balcony at this time. Thank you. The 160-pound weight class will be next.
Sure do have a lot of Morrises wrestling this tournament.
Yeah, well, the two for South Range are brothers, and then they got the Morris from Chippewa at 95. Well, this is
Morris
Greenville
too.
Southern. Yeah, the two from Southern are brothers. And Blasco up 2-0 over Miller in the third and fourth place match. All right, at the end of one, Blasco over Miller, 2-0 in the consolation final. No score in the championship match between Morris Southern and McCon from United. And about 45 seconds to go in the first.
Got a nice single on that, hanging on. Needs to elevate it, get to the corner on it.
All right, Morris chooses down. Start of the second, no score.
Gone trying that butcher. He goes, switches off to the wrist.
And Gerke from Rootstown takes fifth with a fall over Butts from Western Reserve.
Moore's probably going to get hit with the stalling if he don't try to return him. Make an attempt.
Miller trying to get a head and arm, but wasn't going.
One minute left, the scoreless second.
All right. 4-0 over on consolation match, Glasgow South Range over Miller from Chippewa. And there's a reversal to make it 6-0. Still no score in this championship match.
No. I think McConn's outworking him, though. Oh, there it is. There's your score. Gets his one. 40 seconds left in the second. Pulling on the headgear a little bit. I think that they're not calling this year's. The kid's going out of bounds. Usually there's a stalling call if one or the other kid goes out of bounds unless it's a wrestling move. Haven't saw that much here, but you're going to definitely see it next week.
1-0 going into the third. McConn's choice. He's going to shoot down.
Well, he gets the boot in, some backs. Not at 45 yet. There's got a count there. Did he get the two?
No, he only got a one count.
Oh, and he cuts into it.
McConn gets the two. Makes it three. Makes it 2-1.
Morris better get busy now. Minute 15 left in the match.
And Blasco wins 7-2 in the
Does he get the one
final.
here? Oh, one lost control.
He hit his nose on that.
He didn't hit it on the table. I think he hit
No,
it
no,
on the other kid's head.
I think he hit either that or he hit the trash can.
He didn't give the one on that, did he?
No.
I think they'll talk about that if there's a one or.
He must not have a bloody nose.
Mouth, maybe? We're going to talk about this one loss of control. I wouldn't be surprised if they give them one and go neutral on this in a tight match. I could see it either way, but yep, here it is. Here's the one, neutral.
Yeah. Gonna tie it up. A minute to go.
£170 wrestlers, you can report to the balcony.
So with a minute left in the third period, we have a 2-2 match.
170 wrestlers.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action from their feet today.
Seconds left. Not a lot of action here. Maybe wrestling to overtime here. Okay, as the clock ticks down, do a 1 minute overtime. First point scored wins.
Whoa.
I don't think either guy has a stalling.
No. This is all that sudden victory or sudden death is what I'm called here.
There's a little snap. Let's see if he can spin behind it. Horse is going to go big here.
The 160-pound weight class will be wrestled next, 160.
39 seconds left in overtime. One of the guys gets a stalling, they should open up the wrestling a little bit.
20 seconds.
So now we go to two 30-minute match.
1 minute first. 1 minute.
You're right.
And if anybody scores here, the match is over.
You're thinking college.
Yeah, I must be.
The referee's not sure what to do.
No, I'm pretty sure they go 1 minute, and then they go, and then if they're still tight, then they go to the 30.
No, it's 2:30s. That's college.
No, I'm pretty sure it's high school too. No, you're right.
Yeah,
I could swear I've seen them do. Yeah. They
Each
got,
guy
they got the
wrestles 30
2:30.
seconds. Yeah, and then it goes to the
still tied,
old
it's
college
over.
is a 1 minute. Does he get his point? Is that enough? I don't think it is enough to get a point. He's still in control. There it is.
Now he
There's
got
the
it.
one.
Still got 17 seconds.
Wrestling a full match. He tries to go big and he gets it too. Wow. Can't force a move like that unless you're out of gas. Oh, he might get two reversal here. 5 seconds left. Out of bounds. No.
Okay.
Moore's up 5-2. Still have another 30 seconds.
Yeah. Next to end that first
Hey,
one.
another 30 seconds.
Hard to come back from 3 in 30 seconds, but it could happen. He's going to have to try to get an escape and a takedown to save
Is
us.
he going to kick him? He's
Morris
going.
did.
What's his mindset here? He's going optional start on this. Uh-oh. Might get some backs here. Con digging that foot out. There's some backs possible. That's a legal headlock.
Gonna be it. Morris
That's
wins
it.
5-2. 5-2 in overtime.
Hunter Morris, your 2021 Rootstown Sectional 182-pound champ.
60-pound weight class. The fifth place match, Trent Zollinger, Chippewa versus Josh Fisher of Wellsville. 160-pound third place match,
be a good one here.
Oh, yeah.
versus Rockland Ventura of Crestview.
The match I've been waiting for all day. Rootstown, Dalton Duvall, number 1 seed, 30-0 senior, versus Jacob Starkey, sophomore, South Range, 32-5. Then down below, third and fourth, we have Ventura from Crestview, 23-5, and Gavin Berger from United, sophomore, 16-11. Both of these
Quick
two are
throw,
very
and,
explosive on their feet.
Consolation final, a quick throw with, looks like Berger.
What's Starkey ranked? Starkey's ranked 12th, I believe. Number 4 versus number 12.
Yeah, 12-4. It's Ventura from Crestwood up 2-0 in the consolation final.
Uh-oh. The ball gets taken down. He's going to kick him. 2-1. Ooh, Duvall. Little scramble there. Doesn't get anything out of it. He gets tossing. Starkey bringing it.
Yeah, 2-1.
Nice shot. Duvall going to try to cut the corner. Doesn't get it. Comes a headlock. Duvall gets his hips on top. He gets the 2. 3-2, Duvall. Ten seconds left in the first period.
Good, a lot of action in this match.
Yeah, that was a good one. Starkey defers to Duvall. Duvall chooses down. Oh, up pretty fast, gets a quick reversal, puts him to his back.
The ball jumps over quick.
Oh, he's got that deep too. Caught the leg and everything. He might pin him here. He looks like he's flat here. There it is. Great match. Great match. Duvall pins him. Very explosive.
All right, we're 5-0 over on the consolation matchup. And it's Batura from Crestview over Berger from United. And Batura getting back points now. Looks like he might get a stick. There it is, a fall for Batura from Crestview for third. Okay, well, we'll go over here to the consolation 5th and 6th place match, which looks like a good one. They're tied at 4.
Is that Fisher, I believe, from Wellsville?
Dollinger from Wellsville and Fisher from...
Fisher from Wellsville.
They're Fisher from Wellsville, Dollinger from Chippewa.
Yes. 4-4 tie match.
Yep, and they got
Fisher gets to his feet, might get one here. Nope. Oh, Dollinger feet in. Yep.
just starting the third. Well, I tell you, Duvall really looked good in that championship match. Well, that was one heck of a match. I mean, he just, Starkey just made a small mistake.
Starkey kind of caught his foot when he got reversed, and it kind of caught him to his back.
Yeah.
Not taken away from Duvall. Duvall was very explosive on that. Got him in a good position.
Now,
Dollinger puts Fisher. Looks like he's going to pin him here. Dollinger with the pin.
You know, that's all that yelling and clapping. I missed that this year.
Yeah, it's been quiet.
Hearing the fans, yeah.
People.
Now, there's a pretty good crowd here for, you know, with the limits that we have.
195-pound championship. We got Lane McKenzie versus sophomore, 20-5 from Rootstown. Against Chris Kalachi, sophomore from South Range, 29-10. Of course, we have another Morris for third and fourth. Nate Morris, sophomore from Chippewa, 14-5, against Wellsville's Jake McNamara, junior from Wellsville, 25-7.
McKenzie of Rootstown versus Christopher Colucci of South Range.
Should be a pretty good matchup. Couple sophomores here. There's a
McKenzie. I don't know what he tried there, but it didn't work very well.
now Klutz's good on bottom or on top as well. He got a little high. Trying to get that cradle in.
McKenzie needs to get his hips out there.
Check on my throat, it won't go away. Two to nothing. Got a minute left in the first.
Well, one sportsman, he gets the point off the jerking of the mouth, I guess. Makes it 2-1. Both kids not doing much. Kenzie's waiting for his time to explode out of there. He does a nice Granby roll. Gets to his feet. Nothing. Pretty talented Granby there. Didn't clear his feet enough. 27 seconds in the first period. There's a caution on red.
Morris from Chippewa.
We're going to go to blood time here.
Morris from Chippewa has McNamara from Wellsville in a cradle, and he gets a fall. Yeah, we're tied at 2 now.
I didn't see. How'd he get out?
He stood up.
We got the other match. Okay.
Stand up.
There he is going to headlock. Roetchi. Both have an over or under. Okay, moving on to second period, 2-2. We got a good burn burner going on here. Here's another caution. That'd be the second one.
Next one's a point, I think.
Yeah, it's a point from there on. They didn't have his hand on the elbow. He went right down to the wrist. That's the third one. That's a point. Makes it 3-2.
Okay, coaches are just saying.
And he kicks him out. He gives them another point. They go to their feet.
4-2 now.
5-2. Right?
No, 4.
Oh, you already gave it. Okay. Both working the hooks.
Colucci's trying to get a throw.
He's got the bear hug here. Kenzie could be in trouble. Need to sink them hips down. There's 2. Ties it up, 4-4. Riding hard on top. Kenzie being patient. 40 seconds left in the second. There he is up to his feet so he can get his hips out. And there we go. 5-4 McKenzie. And the takedown.
Seconds in the second.
7-4. 20 seconds left in the second period. Gets to his feet. Gonna be a stalling call if he'll attempt something here. Oh, McKenzie powers through on it. Puts him to his back. Wow. It's a 3 count.
Right,
starts to run away with it. 10-4 coming into the third period.
Those are big points right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to go neutral. Somebody's going to try to throw somebody.
Yeah, that's the way this match has been going.
McKenzie just not looking to get tossed, I think, on that.
Yeah. 10-6 now.
10-6. 11-6. Gotta keep on wrestling here. They're working inside. They're both working
Lucci's
inside.
He's going to try to throw. I think he's looking for a big move. Down 5. Still got a minute and a half to go in the match.
He's been getting in on those bear hugs pretty good. McKenzie leaving his elbows out. There it is again. He's going to try to get the other one in. He needs to pummel in a little better. There it is. He's got the hug. He's standing them straight up. There should be a stalling here. There it is. Backing straight up. Minute 22. Got to wrestle full match. Oh, now McKenzie has the hug. He rolls through on it. Gotta get his hips up, and he gets it. Switches to a headlock. He's getting 2 handbags.
Minute to go in the
He can
match.
sit there the rest of the day now.
Yeah.
There it is, and he pins.
Well, that was an exciting match.
Yeah, that was a good one. Layton McKenzie, sophomore from Rootstown, 2021 Rootstown Sectional champ.
Should be a good one here.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one.
Weekly's ranked 8th in the state from Wellsville. Heather moved up from 95. And he comes in 19-3.
Weekly moves pretty good for a 220.
Yeah, he does.
Third and fourth, we have Cameron Hartzell from Western Reserve, 14-3 senior, versus Payne Breton, junior from United, 25-6.
We noticed in the last match with Heather, he's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with the speed.
He picks his shots well.
Yeah.
Third and fourth doesn't look like there's a match.
Yeah, they called that one. I didn't see who came for the.
I missed that. Okay, good.
Well, that's what I'm guessing.
Booted?
What happened?
Forfeited.
Yeah.
They're backing out. That should be a stalling call. That's what I hate about the sectionals and through the season, because at state tournament they're going to call that stalling.
Yeah, Heather trying to
A
be
little early whistle there.
Furry over there in the 56th place match.
That kid got hurt from South Range.
Yeah.
He hurt his shoulder on that 56. Looks like you might be out.
Oh, his feet are moving anyway. That's a good thing. Okay. Well,
Heather trying to headlock him.
Yeah.
He's not understanding that. He didn't do that all weekend.
Gets up, no point yet though. Still got 35 seconds in the first.
There should be a stalling here. Well, there's a attempt.
Heather only a junior. And Weekly riding tough. Got a power half. Just riding out the period, it looks like there's 3 seconds to go. That's going to be the first period, 2-0 Weekly from Wellsville over Heather from Central Catholic. And they start in the neutral position. Go to that head and arm. Wow. Now Weekly gets a bear hug and a 2. Make it 4-0. Heather down.
Man, I'm looking at this Babbitt kid that's sitting behind the bench, the heavyweight. I wouldn't want to pay that for Joe. He's a big boy. I'm looking forward to this heavyweight match. The real wrestling.
Well, they're both of them, like I say, Phillips has only lost it to Babbitt. 4-0, 58 seconds to go in the second here. Weekly over Heather. Heather gets escape, 4-1. So far, Heather's been trying to get a big move.
Oh, yeah. That worked inside. That was a great job.
And there's another two. Make it 6-1. And
I'll tell you what, Weekly's a full 220, and he moves really well.
Yeah, he's wearing out, Deacon. He's letting him have all his weight. And Deacon gets up. Doesn't get away, though. Got 5 seconds. Okay, that's the period. We go to the third of 6-1 Weekly from Wellsville over Heather from Central Catholic. And they're on their feet. Deacon's trying throws.
Tell you what, Weekly has a pretty good gas tank too.
Yeah.
Feather's still trying to.
Throw by attempt by Weekly.
Oh, Feather gets a nice little single high crotch here. Goes out of bounds.
Another two for Weekly.
Bring the 8-1. 1 minute left in third. Feather better get busy. He's up 7-0.
8-2 now, the score. Got 36 seconds to go. Weekly's just trying to run it out.
That's here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking at the green thing, like, look at
it. 15 seconds to go. Throw attempt by Heather.
Weekly's going to get another 2 here, it looks like. Well, maybe not.
Now penciling Weekly in. There's 5 seconds to go. 6 seconds.
Impressive win by Cameron Weekly. Oh, time's out!
Oh, man! Holy mackerel.
Caden Weekly.
They gave him the 2 to make it 8
from Wellsville. 2021 Rootstown Sectional champ. All right, now we got the real wrestling. We have the heavyweights.
Yeah.
Coming up.
We got Furry from Rootstown. He's up 7-2. We got 40 seconds to go.
I'm sorry. I'm the difference.
That's
Fury,
5th and 6th place match.
Fury, a freshman.
Now, I don't
Pretty
know
good
what the
showing here.
injury, there's a reverse. I don't know what the injury was over
I
here.
don't know
I don't
what
recall seeing anybody get hurt bad in a match, in one of the constellation matches, but if someone did, Furry's next in line, it looks
Yeah,
like.
that's interesting.
Yeah, we had a forfeit in the 3rd and 4th place match. In fact, I don't even know who won. It was Hartzell. In fact, it might have been Hartzell from Western Reserve. He hurt his shoulder.
He hurt his shoulder.
Wrestling Fury.
And actually, Fury beat him.
Yeah, in the first
Fury's got a bad
quarterfinal.
knee now. Moving on to heavyweights, we have 9 versus 10. We have Seth Phillips, senior from Western Reserve, 32-1. His only loss on the year is to Wyatt Babbitt, senior from Crestview, 21-8. Down below, we have Dallas McCracken, freshman from United, 16-13. And
Stanley.
Tyler Stanley from Wellsville, the Giant from Wellsville, junior, 10-5. We got some big heavyweights down here.
McCracken beat Stanley in the quarterfinals. They're meeting again.
Dallas McCracken of United versus Tyler Stanley of Wellsville. In the 2021 Rootstown Division 3 Sectional Tournament 285-pound championship match. Seth Phillips of Western Reserve versus Wyatt Babbitt of Crestview.
Pretty good hand fighting here. Both of them very good. Not going ear to ear. They're both head to head, where you should be. Babbitt working inside on that hook.
During the season, Babbitt had a pin over Phillips in the Jackson Milton tournament earlier in the year, so that's one of the first matches that Phillips lost, and then Phillips came back and beat Babbitt 9-4 in the Mahoney Valley Conference.
Oh, so we got the rubber match going on here.
Yeah.
Huh? They might see each other next week too.
Yeah.
Oh, Babbitt's underneath deep. Gonna try to jack it up with 5 seconds left. Phillips to first, Babbitt Phillips takes bottom.
No score in either one of these heavyweight matches going on right now.
Phillips up pretty good. Didn't get his point yet. Babbitt's got the bear hug. No points.
They didn't give it to him, so.
No break.
Oh, and
Stanley puts McCracken.
got him on his back.
Oh, McCracken rolls through. And he comes up with the headlock. Wow.
See how they score that.
2-2 and 2. And 2.
It should be 4-2.
I have 4-4. That's not the right score over there on that one.
No, well, unless they didn't give Stanley back points, they had
to have backs.
We're 1-0 here in the championship match.
That can't be the right score, I wouldn't think. Over
No, I thought that Stanley was on top, got 2 back points.
He must not have gained the backs. He was 2-2 then. 2 reversal, 2 backs.
Yeah.
Back to Mount 1. These two both fighting for inside control. $50 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, Phillips gets to escape.
Stanley going headlock on Mat 1. The Kraken's got a little side.
Should be called a stall for not trying to return him to the mat.
Yeah, that's only when you're on top, though. Right there, he's trying to score. Opportunity missed there.
They're getting 4-1 now, so.
7 seconds left back on Mat 2. We're 1-0. Phillips. Maybe Stanley's or Babcock's choice. He chooses down.
All right, we'll see what Babbitt can do on the bottom. He's right up.
Phillips puts Merkel in. He doesn't get the roll through. Babbitt gets. He at least gets 1. Oh!
And
Nothing yet, Phillips. Nothing yet.
nothing. Wow.
Oh, Phillips puts still nothing. Here's some backs. Looks like he's gonna pin him. Light heavyweight match.
Phillips with the pin.
Number 9 pins number 10. Seth Phillips, 2021 heavyweight Rootstown Sectional champ.
Okay, let's go over here. We got 1 more minute of wrestling for today. 4-1 Stanley. Or is it McCracken? Yeah, 4-1 McCracken from United over Stanley.
Stay tuned to Nightwine Productions. Go to their website. We're going to try to get districts at Garfield Heights next week.
If we get it, I'll post something on the Yappy Wrestling site to let everyone know.
And also Rootstown Wrestling on Facebook. Rootstown High School Wrestling on Facebook.
We got 30 seconds here. Stanley should be trying to do something here. Running out of time.
15 seconds. He better get busy. Oh, there he's got a headlock.
Someone going to forget.
They both have a headlock. Stone Green, he works to the.
Running out of time.
Not bad for a freshman.
No.
It's going to be fun to watch the next 3 years. That does it. Rootstown Sectionals. Rootstown runs away with it. South Range has a good showing for second place. I want to thank the Garens and Mark Adelman. I'm Dan Pauls for Nightwine Productions.
Great job, everyone. We're done.